course is open to walk now, please, for our riders, our international open jumpers here in their first competition of the Royal for 2025. They'll be in the Strength and Speed Welcome competition. First horse will be at 322. 322, first horse.
One.
Our riders out making preparations for our first international competition of the week. It is the Strength and Speed Welcome. power and speed format. The strength format, they will jump fences 1 through 7. If they are clear, they will continue on through 8 through 12, where they will rev it up a bit because the fastest in the speed portion will, with the fewest number of faults, will take home the winner's share of our purse today. Well, the first fence on the track will be the Champion Shavings vertical, jumping away from the north end of the arena. From there, they take a bending line up to the Longines oxer at the top end of the ring. A right-hand rollback turn to the Ford vertical. They'll step up to the Maple Leaf oxer at fence number 4. Number 5 is the purple and white vertical, the Royal Signature jump by the jump skate. And then it is a left-hand rollback turn. They'll come around to 6A and B. The musical notes with the teal, green, white, and black striped rails. An oxer jumping into that combination, one stride jumping out over the vertical at 6B. Stepping it up to the last fence in the strength portion of the course, and that will be fence number 7, the Domino high voltage jump, the oxer on the Royal Box side of the arena. If they are clear, you continue on. If they have a rail, you'll then hear a bell, and that will mean that their round will finish at that point. From 7, if they are clear, they continue on. They make their right-hand turn around to the Ecclestone horse transportation fence at jump number 8, right in the center of the ring. Then it is a left-hand turn, as quick and tight as they'd like, coming back to the farm, comes to the city fence at fence number 9. Number 10 is the black and white oxer with the Royal Signature logo on it at fence number 10. 11A and B would be the Dark Horse Winery combination of vertical with the wine bottles. They'll come out over the wine racks at number 11B. That is the oxer. And then it is the dash for the cash down to the stall doors with the white rails, the last jump on tonight's, this afternoon's course, fence number 12. 40 seconds time allowed for the first phase, and the time allowed in the second phase of the competition, 41 seconds. Our course has been designed by Olaf Peterson Jr. out of Germany. Heading up our course design team, he is assisted by Stefan Buehling from Germany and Megan Rollins from Canada. Well, let's
if
take
you've
a
just
look
joined
at
us,
our
hello
start
here,
list
and
for our
welcome to
strength
the
and
Royal
speed
Winter Fair.
competition.
It's
They
the
are
103rd edition, and you join us here for the Strength and Speed Welcome. First of our big international competitions for our 5-star athletes. And we've got some great names, as you'd expect, coming forward to join us here this year. So yeah, power and speed competition. So the first half, kind of not against the clock. It does have a time allowed. Then if they're clear, they'll continue on against the clock. But we'll tell you more about that as we progress. First, though, let's take a look at those runners and riders. And we start right out the gates there with Skylar Wireman, who's going to be our first to go. Great pathfinder, one of the best in the world. McLean Ward's in there, world number 11. And then as we continue on down that start list today, we've got Nikki Walker coming forward for Canada. Tiffany Foster's in there. Lily Keelan. Aaron Vale, Aaron Ballard, Alex Matz. There's some real top shelf talent coming forward to join us. And a great opportunity as well to see these kind of top international combinations that we will be focusing on over the next few days here at the Royal Horse Show. You know, some will come in today and want to be very competitive and think about that prize money, $31,500 in the prize fund today. For others, it's a great opportunity to get the horses in the ring, make those kind of little introductions for horses that maybe haven't been here before, haven't been indoors for a while. And this is a great shot of the warm-up arena. This is where our athletes do all their kind of preparations, and you can just see the stable at the very back of your picture there. But yeah, this is the warm-up. And yes, the roof is as low as it looks. But as long as you get that upper body forward, you're absolutely fine up there. When you're jumping, it doesn't quite feel as low as maybe it looks on your cameras. But we are getting set and ready then to see that first combination come forward and join us here, the opening international competition on the 103rd edition of the Royal Horse Show. And great to have everyone joining us from around the world, so you can enjoy all the action wherever you are. And we're joining you here as well on the FEI YouTube channel and the FEI Jumping Facebook page as well. And if you're on there, feel free to say hello. Let us know where you're watching from. If you've got any questions, you can pop them in the chat box on YouTube or the comments section on Facebook as well. For now, though, we're going to focus on Skylar Wireman. She is our first to go, getting us underway. This horse actually son of one of Skylar's other horses, Kutoki. This is Celio, who comes forward, who's been jumping a few National Grand Prix and then spent a bit of time jumping the 115s with a junior rider, but Skylar's taken over the reins again, and their quest for top sport really has started. She's had some great wins with this recently, and Skylar herself spending some time over the summer in Europe working alongside people like Laura Kraut on the Road to the Top programme. This is a 10-year-old gelding, this one. It's got quick star lines in there. And we'll give you a quick tour of this track as Skylar gets on course. So we're going to start over this Champion Shavings vertical, fence number 1. Not a great start there for her. Left-handed, just off your eye here as you come down towards the Longines Oxer at 2. Then we kind of roll back round this bottom corner to the forward vertical. Again, a little bit delicate off the corner there, just catches that one behind. Lands down there, down towards that red and white Oxer, and then continues on that line down towards the Royal Vertical. Uses the corner just to reset a little bit, and then down towards this double Oxer in, one stride out over the Vertical. And then uses the last jump in the first phase, and you can hear that bell in the background. It is what we call a proper two-phase competition. You know, there's 2 ways to run the two-phase. The way we're running it today, if there's any faults in the first half, then it's game over at the end of the first phase. Then we have the two-phase special, which is where you get to continue. But you know, that really kind of reserved mainly for kind of young horse competitions, or it should be. So this is the kind of proper two-phase. If you've got any faults, you're out after the first half. And you can see Skylar working quite hard round there, just trying to protect those verticals, but sadly, not the start she was hoping for. Well, Caitlin Campbell coming forward next. Cosm Cuesta van de Hethink. Pair were jumping the metre 35s last year, getting to know each other, and now she's done a lot of work bringing him up through the levels. And the horse is on the small side. He's 15-2, but he's very mighty. 9-year-old this one by Cabrio Z. This is a horse that, as I said, you know, Caitlin's been doing a lot of work with, and another one to have that first fence down. But all that work she's been doing has, you know, really started to pay off. Caitlin was saying that, you know, this horse is probably the smartest she's ever sat on. You know, you teach her something once, you come out the next day and she's remembered exactly what you've taught her. And I think Caitlin would be one of the names to kind of keep an eye on as the week progresses here. Here she comes towards that final fence in the first phase. So finishes on the 4, just that first fence coming down today. So heads out on the 4 faults, 37.56. Takes that rail. And so far, that's going to be the fence to look out for. Just a little bit of a kind of miscommunication there. Got a little bit close and then took the top rail. So if you have just joined us, 2 combinations gone so far. Kyle Tim going to be coming forward next. One that's owned by Mark and Tara Rain. This is Casino Calvin, the 12-year-old by Casino Berlin. Got Calvin lines in there too. Kyle represents Canada. Kyle's Royal Horse Show debut. Won the Canadian Show Jumping Championship during the first weekend with a different horse, but this horse appeared in an Olympic roster at the Paris Games. We've had some real success on the Major League Tour, jumped well at Tryon together. And hopefully this will be the first pair that will take us through into the second phase here. Certainly been on good form recently. Kyle, a nice rider based over in France. Represents Canada. He does well with the younger horses, bringing them along. He always gives them, you know, that time that they need to kind of mature. Here we go. So this is the final fence of the first phase. We can kind of resume our little tour now, the first one to progress forward. So it comes round towards this kind of brown oxer, towards the centre of the ring here, the EHT. And from here, it's a bit of a roll back round here. Again, some riders will be thinking about the time here. Vertical at 9, 3 strides down towards that oxer at 10. And 3 efforts left. Got this double, vertical to oxer. And then we come down here, vertical with the skinny white rails on there to finish. So jumps that nice clear today. 40.04 is going to be the time. Kyle Tim and Casino Calvin. Kyle continuing on his great campaign here at the Royal Horse Show, heading towards the top for our Canadian champion. Nice big pat there for Casino Calvin on the way out. And I think he, you know, executed his plan perfectly. I think we'll see a few partnerships going a little bit quicker in that second half when we get against the clock into the second phase. But he stuck to his plan and he executed just as he'd wanted to. Here comes Mark Blumen next, taking us to Colombia. Hunter de Foray, a 8-year-old stallion this one. A little bit of a younger horse.
He is currently ranked 63rd on the Longines World Rankings. Hunter de Foray is mountain 8-year-old French-bred stag.
This is a new horse on Mark's string. They started out at 2-star level last month at Silo Ridge at the Masters there. And now moving up into the 5-star. This is going to be a really exciting horse for Mark. Great stallion, really bred to jump. You can see it's got all the ingredients in there. Really nice and clean through the front end, got bags of scope. And considering it's really just starting its international career, you know, it's got that rideability as well. And it looks like he's going to be competitive in this. You know, we spoke about this earlier at the start of the class. We'll see some riders today use this as an opportunity to come in and, you know, get the horses used to the ring. We'll see others who are going to be more competitive, and Mark definitely falls into that latter category. Getting some really nice inside turns, and you know, not only is he being competitive in here today, he's continuing this horse's education as well, you know, bringing him indoors probably for the first time. And boy, puts in a great performance, 29.72. Top young horse, great round there for Mark Blumen of Colombia. So that goes to the top for now, 29.72 is going to be that time to beat. You can see as soon as he landed over fence 7, you know, got into that second part of the course, he really got his leg on, opened things up, and got some nice turns. And you can see that rideability in the turn, and I think, you know, that turn will just get smoother and smoother as this horse's education continues. So the standard well and truly set then, 29.72, time to beat. Another relatively young horse. This is a 9-year-old. We're off to the team at Ariel Grange. This is Daydream. Daniel Coyle on board, world number 9 on the Longines rankings right now. Representing Ireland. New teammate for Daniel, but already proving himself. Ariel Grange bought the horse last year and really high hopes for her. And she's had some 3-star Grand Prix wins this year. She won a 3-star at the over in Europe as well. Fresh off a win at Tryon, won the 2-star Grand Prix there. I know they think a lot of this horse, and it's going to be nice watching this one kind of progress and watching its career kind of blossom. Daniel's got an exciting string at the moment, and they seem to be continually adding to that string. You can see the horse just having a little look around the bottom corner there and kind of looking at a few different things in this arena. And as I said earlier, for a lot of these horses, you know, it might be the first time that they've been indoors this season. For the younger ones, it could possibly be, you know, one of the first times they've been indoors, either ever or since they kind of left Europe to come to North America. It looks like this pair have got a great relationship. The horse is right on his aids all the way around there. Down towards the last 29.72 time to beat here. Won't be quite that fast, but not far away. 30.44. Just goes into second there for Daniel Coyle of Ireland with Daydream. So it goes second at the moment. Mark Blumen staying out in front. 29.72, staying that challenge. But yeah, Daniel giving him some great confidence out there. It can really jump, can it? Just pings off the floor of that horse. Well, from world number 9, we're off to world number 11 next. McLean Ward for the United States of America. 10-year-old gelding, this one, the Louvre, by Latour VDM, out of a Class Deluxe mare, owned by Chassinet Farm LLC. This is one that we've seen Lily Keenan ride in the past as well. Maybe a little bit lower mileage for its age in terms of international competition. But we saw him jump some nice rounds at Washington and a top 10 finish in the World Cup there. And as you'd expect, McLean really gets the best out of this little horse. Although Lily did a very nice job with him as well. You can see this horse is naturally forward. He thinks forward. He lands and moves. Nice and smooth through that turn. And down to the last, won't be quite quick enough to kind of trouble Mark or Daniel, but certainly a very nice, smooth clear today, 34-21. And again, you know, as we talked about at the beginning, you know, each of these athletes have their own plan. And McLean just executed what he had planned perfectly. But yeah, it's got such a great shape over the fence, that horse. And certainly one to look out for, you know, as the weekend continues here at the Royal. No change to our leaderboard, though. We've got Mark Blumen sitting on top. We've got Daniel Coyle second, McLean Ward sitting in third now, and Nicky Walker coming forward next. Back to the home nation we go. Nicky representing Canada. 15-year-old gelding. Tout de Tremblay.
Times they have been on the podium in the top 3 years. Cole Walker in a 2.
It's a pair with lots of success. We've seen them in the Major League. We've seen them at Traverse City together. Nicky knows this horse so well. And I think she'll be quite competitive with this one today. See Nicky really using every inch of that corner there to set up for this quite connected line. Slick round there. Again, she's just keeping the leg on. She's not hurrying the horse. She's just keeping him thinking forward. They're really opening up down to the last. 29.72, time to beat. Jumps the last, pushes through. Looks like she's heading straight to the top. 28.74. Nicky Walker for Canada now leading here in the Strength and Speed Welcome at the 103rd Royal Horse Show. Nice big pats for a toot there. Nicky will be very happy with that for sure. She heads to the top. Good start to the week for them. Quick hi to everyone watching on Facebook and YouTube Live. Jan Stevens, who was part of the show for many, many years, watching on Facebook and saying that she enjoys watching this class. That was really nice back to last. And boy, she got her leg on, didn't she? Right, all change at the top then. Nicky Walker now leads for Canada. Mark Blumen goes second for Colombia. And Ireland's Daniel Coyle heading down into third place. We're going to stay with the home nation now. Tiffany Foster coming forward next. This is Anton.
Tiffany Foster in the irons, a 41-year-old rider, former winner of the President's Cup World Cup qualifier at the Washington International, a 3-time Olympian.
This is a really nice new horse for Tiffany. 10-year-old stallion, owned by 5 roosters.
Second 2-time world meets representative for Canada. It's on a 10-year-old Zangerside with a 4-star win in Vancouver and 5 top
Horse that's really just always there, right with her. Jumped well at Washington. One that was developed by Max Kuhner over in Europe. Had already jumped some big classes, and it's not often we get to see Tiffy, you know, come out with a 10-year-old with some mileage. She's produced a lot of nice younger horses up the grades, and then kind of brought them out into the 5 stars. But I think put together. Good adjustment there. She's sticking to her plan. She's not trying to catch the top few, but she's trying to get this horse a nice introduction and a good setup for the rest of the weekend. Yeah, pushes through. It is 40.92. Clear there for Tiffany Foster. Takes her into 6th place.
2 seconds, and that will go into 6th for Tiffany as they take the deliberate route around the course today.
Top 3 stay the same at the moment. That was a great correction down there. Really protected, and same here. Tiffany's got a great eye for a distance and knows how to protect these front rails. Mimi Gotchman with us now with Inkland BH for the United States of America. This 10-year-old gelding by Staccato Gold.
The 10-year-old gelding by Staccato Gold. Here is Mimi Gotchman on Inkland BH. Austrian warm blood. 6 podiums placed in Thermal, Wellington, Lexington, Kentucky, where they were 2nd in the Invitational, 2nd in
It's great watching this pair at Washington. Just missed out on having a win. That was what, like 2-3 weeks ago? Some great success at Kentucky. A pair that were on a bit of a European tour last summer. Mimi's a great young talent. At a young age has been representing her country. Good amount of adjustability down that line. She can open this horse up, but then she can just touch the reins and he comes right back to her. And we give our thanks there to Mimi Gotchman, elects to retire today.
Elects to retire, but then the round is getting an acclimation round in today here with Inkland BH.
Again, this just plays into what we were saying at the very beginning of the competition. You know, everyone's got their own plan. Everyone's deciding whether they're going to be competitive with their horse today or whether they're just using this to make sure the horse is, you know, used to this arena, is happy in this arena, and give them that little introduction. And that's what Mimi was obviously doing today.
Sit in 7th place, and
she'll be leaving feeling very confident. The horse performed very nicely in there. He was listening to her all the way around. We saw how adjustable the horse was feeling. Cashew CR standing by here and about to be underway. Alex Matz in the saddle, a 17-year-old this one, by Cassini. This is a horse that's normally very fast over the fences and across the ground. He's got natural speed, and that really does make the difference. But you'll see how much this horse just loves to jump, and you know, that's got to be their secret to longevity. Thinking about this horse, he's age 17.
Last year's winner of this class, Alex.
Of course, in our sport, horses can have great longevity, and I think it's a real testament not just to how much this horse loves to jump, but also to Alex and his program, that, you know, this horse comes out and he's got a great expression on his face. He looks competitive. I think he would be one to try and, you know, catch those top few. A little rub there. Let's see what his plan is. Yeah, you see, as soon as he's kind of landing into that second half of the course, it's against the clock up. It's just a tiny mistake there. That's going to be very costly. It's just this horse's natural ground speed. In fact, he doesn't waste any time in the air. He'd have been a definite competitor here today. 28:48 the time. So the time was good enough to head to the top, and I think he'd have been a hair faster if that rail as well had, you know, stayed in the cups there. But again, you know, keep an eye on that pair as the weekend progresses. You could see how well the horse can jump. Just made a tiny mistake there. That was a shame.
Two different looks there at fence number 8 for Alex and Cashew CR.
Right, 10 combinations gone so far. We're at the halfway stage.
And that is the
Aaron Ballard coming forward next. Let's Fly, the 9-year-old by Roaring Fork Farms. Pair that won the Silo Ridge Masters Jumper Classic last month. Juna Lauder is the horse's owner, and she's going to be showing the horse, I would think, when she's back from school. She's actually going to university at St Andrews in Scotland. It's a university just up from Fife, north from Edinburgh. And for those that follow the British royal family, it's where Will meet Kate. Fun fact about St Andrews, but yeah, that's where the horse's owner is at the moment. She'll be able to watch on and enjoy seeing Aaron Ballard compete the horse for now. Coming forward into the second half, and against the clock we go here. 28.74, that time to beat. Oh, slick back there. Oh, really tight into here. Oh, got the job done. Straightens up, comes out over the Oxer. Well, this is going to make Nikki Walker a little bit nervous as she comes down towards the final fence. Jumps the vertical. 26.85, it is straight to the top. I tell you, that's going to take some catching today. Aaron Ballard, Let's Fly. That's exactly what they did. So up to the top, 26.85. Pushes Nikki Walker down to second, and Mark Blumen heading into third place. So that's our top three for now, but they didn't waste any time in the turn. You know, she turned tightly, but managed to keep that forward momentum going. Had a little bit of a wiggle and a jiggle into that line, then got straightened up again.
Almost 2 seconds off of the leading time. Aaron Ballard with a new time.
So there we go, pressure on. For those being competitive today, they know they're going to have to pull out all the stops. 26.85 now sitting at the top. Here's a horse that Aaron Vale's done a great job of bringing him along. Helios de Moulin. Bought him as a 7-year-old in France last summer. He was over there trying to make the Olympic team and came across this horse. But he knows he's going to have to pull out the stops now. You can see Aaron Ballard's time on your screen. Nikki Walker second, Mark Blumen third. This is a pair that had a 2-star win this summer at the World Equestrian Centre in Ocala and are really starting to climb up the ranks. And every time I see this horse, it just keeps getting better and better every time. It's by Untouchable. It's got Kidam de Revel lines, owned by the Helios de Moulin Group. It really just takes everything in its stride, this horse. And here he comes forward into that second half of the course. Whoa. Gives the horse a bit of support over there. Tight and tidy round. Right over the Oxer. You can see him really using the upper body, getting his body forward, letting the horse travel, and just bringing his shoulders back to balance. And now down to the final fence, 26.85 to beat. Has he done it? Oh! 26.54. Takes at least one out down to the last there. That was a real shame, because he would have been straight up to the top today. And of course it's, you know, frustrating with that little mishap at the last, but you know, I think he should also be kind of focusing on just how well that horse jumped in there, and what a great job he's done of bringing that horse along. But yeah, just left the ground and just didn't quite get up in the air there. Look how far he stood off. Very hard to kind of get that upward trajectory from such an early takeoff.
Lily Keenan joins us next.
Right, let's get on to Lily Keenan next. She's with us. She's about to be underway. This is Fast for the 15-year-old gelding. Horse that certainly lives up to his name. Always quick across the ground. Had a big win at Spruce Meadows with this horse a couple of years back in the RBC Grand Prix of Canada, and since then they've had some amazing results. We saw them 6th in the big Grand Prix at Aachen with this horse earlier in the year. He's been all over the world, this horse. I'm not sure what Lily's plan is this week, but I'd imagine this will be the horse that she'll take forward into the Longines FEI Jumping World Cup that takes place here on Saturday night. I think she's probably using this as a little bit of a kind of warm-up, a little bit of a let's get used to this ring and get our eye in. You can see her just having a little bit of a kind of school around the corners there. A little bit of a polish. And gives her signal and elects to retire.
Just prepping her horse for the balance of our week's classes here.
Again, that's not something that would be unusual for this pair with such a top horse that's been all over the world and won so much, and they've only got so many jumps in them. So Lily will have done what she needed to do in the ring today. Good setup, and then we'll see her come back as the weekend progresses.
Here as she jumps that final fence in the power phase.
Once again, a big hello to everyone who is watching on the FEI YouTube channel and FEI Facebook as well. Got Neela watching on YouTube, Jones on there, Darian, good to see you watching on YouTube as well. Do get involved with the conversation, let us know where you're watching from, and if you want to send any good luck messages or just say hello, you can do that either on YouTube or Facebook. And while you do that, we're going to get Connor Swale underway. Castorano coming forward next, had a Major League 5-star win about a month ago in Tryon with Stan. Clear rounds that whole week, and Connor's brought this horse along and improved it just so much over the past year or so. This is a horse that just jumps clear after clear after clear, and he's got a lot of ability. It's going to be interesting to see what comes next with this horse. Starting off in a nice rhythm. Connor using this corner to rebalance, set up. Right, we're off to the second half of the course. This is where we ride against the clock, if that's what the plan is. Some good economic turns there. Such a careful little horse, this. 26.85, time to beat. Pushes on through. 27.49 is the time. Goes into second there, Connor Swale. Castorano for Ireland into second place. Pushes Nicky Walker down into third. Aaron Ballard still leading at the moment, though. And this is going to be a real exciting one on his string.
Set up all those turns so efficiently.
So clean and careful, that horse.
Relax them head down to the final jump here on that.
Yeah, great job.
That was our rider now in the second, Connor Swale with
Not too many left to come as we get down towards our final 6 here. Cody comes next. René Dittmer has the ride of this for Germany. Pair that finished 5th in the accumulator, the costume class at Washington about 2 weeks ago. Also had some good finishes at 5-star level at the beginning of October on the Major League circuit. Here we go.
Germany's René Dittmer, Cody, 139.
First of our final 6 left. Reminder as well, if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, we've got another competition coming your way tomorrow afternoon. And if you want to see the full timetable, if you want to find the start lists or the results, all that fun stuff available at longinetiming.com. René just such a soft, natural rider. The horses really tend to love him, and he does an excellent job of keeping his balance over the fence. Even though he's so tall, he really uses that upper body, and on the smaller horses almost kind of closes down that upper body to help those horses. Yeah, again, you know, job done. 32.54. A very respectable round. Heads into 6th place at the moment. He certainly wasn't trying to chase those top few at the minute. Right, 5 left then. Balanced and came back nicely to him down to the Oxer.
Israel's Daniel Blumen, currently ranked 19th on the Longines World Rankings, is in. He joins us on the 8-year-old. This is
Daniel Blumen here. First of the final 5. Another younger horse, this one, just an 8-year-old mare. Rebelline de Glockenbeek, world number 19 for Israel. Won't have a lot of FEI experience, this horse, but had a great Grand Prix win with Daniel at 2-star level in Michigan a few months back. It's a horse that came to them at the beginning of her 6-year-old year. It was bred by a friend of theirs and produced quite early on, and you know, everyone's always believed in this horse from the very beginning. First time out, they were at a 3-star show. First time out, had a win. But the Blumen family do a good job of bringing these kind of younger horses along. It looks like this horse is very kind of uphill. You know, naturally uphill. Really gets up in the air. Uses its shoulders. Down towards the last, 26.85 is the time to beat, but he's 27.95. It's not that far away. It heads into 3rd for Daniel Blumen. Rebelline de Glockenbeek for Israel goes into 3rd. No change at the top. Aaron Ballard and Connor Swale still sitting comfortably up there. But Daniel really continuing this 8-year-old mare's education today. Vaclav Zdenek coming forward next for the Czech Republic. Another horse owned by Ariel Grange. This one's the 15-year-old gelding Quentin.
The 30-year-old is represented the Czech Republic at the European Championships. He's on the 15-year-old Royal Dutch One-Year-old gelding Quentin. Won the RBC Grand Prix again of Canada at Spruce Meadows. Time for the win and
Vaclav Stenek, the last couple of years, has just gone from strength to strength. He was always a very useful and great rider, and was working with Ariel Grange and Daniel Coyle with the younger horses and bringing horses along, and then he was given the opportunity to ride these top horses and really kind of set him up on the world stage. It was great watching him at Spruce Meadows, tying for the win in the 6-bar, setting a brand new record there, a record that had stood for years and years. He's had a couple of 5-star wins at Spruce Meadows now, this guy. Right, here he is against the clock. Quite tidy into there. Yeah, nice round. 31.76 the time. Jumps the clear. Heads to 7th. Vaclav Stenek there for the Czech Republic with Quentin. So goes into 7th. He kept the horse thinking forward. He didn't waste too much time around the turns. Again, I don't think he was really kind of running and trying to chase Aaron and Connor. But he was just giving this horse a nice forward active ride. Right, down to the final 3 then. 3 combinations left to come. Nina Malave takes us on a little trip to France next. Nika van der Bishop, owned by Mark and Tara Rain. Horse that Aaron Ballard took to the Olympic Games. Interestingly as well, the first horse that Nina rode for the Rain family was back when she was an 8-year-old. The horse then went off and did some amazing things, and then came back for Nina to ride with, some great experience and some great mileage. And since joining forces again, they really have just propelled right up towards the top results almost everywhere they go. Nice big active horse. Nina, a real young talent, right up at the top on the U25 Longines ranking list. This will be another one who's, just keeping the horse thinking forward, but really just concentrate on giving that nice kind of feeling in here today. I'm sure setting up for something later here this weekend. Yeah, just balancing down this distance here. Yeah, job done. 40.05. Nice and smooth all the way around. Gives the horse a really, really nice ride in there. It's Nina Malave for France. Sits 11th at the moment. A great setup. For those at home wondering why it's got kind of black tape on the horse's nose, horses have got respiratory locomotion, so horses take one breath with every single stride. They actually hold their breath over the fence and then start breathing again when they land. And science is suggesting that the amount of air that they can take in really affects their stride and their stride length. So by using that tape, it really just keeps the airways open. Right, 2 left to come here. Sean Jobin next with Sterhoff's Edinas. 16-year-old gelding, this one, owned by Antrim Equestrian. by Piranus, this horse. Sean, of course, riding for Canada. This is a pair that had a top 10 finish at Greenwich in the 5-star level in the past, and a horse with a nice big long stride. This is a pair that came together about 2 years ago now. Mark Kutziger in Europe had the horse before he came over and was paired up with Sean. I've seen McLean Ward ride this, and I think it was actually McLean that put these two together. Oh, little tap on the way out there. Known as Eddie in the barn, this horse. Yeah, and then gets that clear round. 36-33. Again, not really trying to be competitive today, just trying to give that horse a nice ride. You know, still thinking forward, but really thinking to further ahead this weekend.
And that would put them into 10th place with 1 to go.
But yeah, it's a horse that he thinks so much of, and quite nice seeing them together. Right, that leaves us with just 1 left to come then. Hadrian Sternlicht, our last to go here. We find out if Erin Ballard has done enough. 26.85 time to beat. This is Los Angeles de la Sense, the 11-year-old gelding, won by Starlight Farms by Los Angeles out of a Lancer mare.
Los Angeles de la Sense, an 11-year-old West Valley bred gelding. 14 top 10 placings, including podium spots in Socrates and at the Hampton Classic in Bridgehampton, New York.
And it was one of Adrian's goals to move this horse up to 5-star level, and she's certainly done that. Thinks a lot of this horse, and he's been using this year just to continue that education into the top level. So, good finishes at Socrates, I was just about to say, but then takes that first fence down. And it's not like this horse to have a fence here. You can see when he jumps the amount of scope and the amount of air time he gives these fences. It really just pings off the floor. Well, first fence comes down, she hears the bell as she lands over fence 7, and she finishes up on the 4 faults, 39.31. Adrian Sternlicht there for the United States of America with Los Angeles de la Sense. A couple had this fence at the beginning. You don't have too much space once you kind of make that turn back to the first fence, and you know, if it was another couple of strides down the ring after that turn, I think it would have stayed up for everybody it fell down for.
That completes our competition. That brings us to a winner.
Well, we do say many congratulations, and it is going to be Erin Ballard that takes the opening international competition here at the 103rd Royal Horse Show with Let's Fly. 26.85, our winning time here today. Connor Swale just behind her, 27.49, with Castorano and Daniel Blumen, that young horse that's going to be very exciting indeed, ending up in 3rd here today. Nicky Walker was in 4th with Mark Blumen 5th and Daniel Coyle in 6th place. But a great introduction, of course, to the international jumpers here at the 103rd Royal Horse Show. Don't forget as well, you can enjoy all the action from around the show. It's all available for you to watch live and on demand. You can just head to the Royal Horse Show's website for more information about that. But in terms of the classes that we are going to see on the FEI YouTube channel and on Facebook, we'll have another one for you tomorrow afternoon. If you want to find out what your local time for that is, if you want to find the start list, the result lists, or any of the results from any competition that's taking place here this year, you can find all that fun information at Longines. Once again there to Erin Ballard. Great as well to hear everyone joining us online and enjoying the action from around the world. So a big thank you to everyone who's been getting involved with the conversation on the FEI YouTube channel and on the FEI Jumping Facebook page. Sun Riders on YouTube saying well done to the riders and horses. Spritz Sky saying yeah, Erin. Also saying love watching all this horse stuff, can't wait till the first Friday in November. I think she means the Royal Horse Show every single year. But there's our top athletes coming back for the prize giving ceremony. There's Erin Ballard stepping forward there for our winner's photograph here in the Strength and Speed Challenge. First of our international competitions. Some of the best athletes in the world journeying as always here to Toronto as we get ready for the Longines FEI Jumping World Cup, part of the North American League. And that one taking place on Saturday evening. But they are getting set and ready for that national anthem here to celebrate the win. It is a win for the home nation, and here comes the national anthem of Canada. The national anthem of Canada there, celebrating the win for Erin Ballard in the first of our international jumper classes here at the 103rd Royal Horse Show. Once again, a massive thank you to everyone who came to join us watching online from around the world. We hope you enjoyed the first of our international jumper classes. Do come back and join us very, very soon though. But from me, Adam Cromarty, and the whole team here in Toronto, enjoy the rest of your day and we'll see you again very soon.
Of honor, the victory lap led by Erin Ballard for Canada with Let's Fly, followed by Ireland's Conor Swale and Castorano, and Reveline de Quackebeek and Daniel Bluen for Israel. One last time for your winner, Erin Ballard at Let's Fly. Fidelity Investments Canada is proud to be the official mutual fund and ETF sponsor of the Royal Agricultural Winter Fair. Fidelity Investments Canada, accelerate your dreams.
Today. There's a whole new vibe here at Ford Tough Trucks. And ladies and gentlemen, Amber Marshall.
You have to yell as loud as you can, and I want to see you dancing.
So, we're going to introduce the Cowboys and the Cowgirls. You go big or you go home. The winning team, team number 1. Hope you enjoyed the world of barrel racing. The world's toughest sport, bull riding. I hope you have enjoyed the world of the Royal Rodeo.
Representing the nation of Sweden, with a world ranked number 7 for Germany.
Daniel Kyle for Ireland.
Here for Great Britain, this horse was second in the World Cup to reigning Canadian national champion, currently ranked number 9 on the Longines World Rankings.
Great runs. Alex Mask sets a standard and says, catch me if you can.
Hi, my name is Chef Tony from Culinary Inc. Today we'll be doing some dishes that will be featured at the Royal Agricultural Winter Fair. Love this dish. It's the steak piadina, and a piadina is an Italian tortilla. So we have AAA New York strip loin here. We're gonna season it with a little bit of salt and pepper. You see the marbleization in this steak, so we don't have to do too much to it for it to taste delicious. It's a very tender cut. And you wanna give those lines there so it gives it that flavor. So you have 2 beautiful pieces of steak. Actually, first I'll be putting the aioli. So I kind of treat it like a quadrant. The steak will go on next. We'll add the cheese on. Then we add the rapini, which has been sauteed in advance with a little bit of olive oil, garlic, and chili. Our onions, and a touch of arugula. And last but not least, some peppers. So we are going to fold it like this, and we are going to press it. Just for a couple minutes, just to get the lines on it. It's a beautiful sandwich. It's got all the ingredients in there. The steak, the arugula, the peppers, the onions, and that amazing Pommery aioli that just gives it a nice little kick. That's it. That's our steak piadina.
Yum!
Longines. Elegance is an attitude.
As the title partner and official timekeeper of the series, Longines is proud to be associated with the Longines FEI Jumping World Cup North American League in Toronto. Longines' passion for the equestrian world goes back to 1869. Today, the brand is proud to support the most prestigious equestrian events across the globe. This event is also the perfect occasion to showcase the official watch, the Longines Prima Luna. With its graceful curves and timeless elegance, this automatic timepiece reflects Longines' dedication to femininity, precision, and everyday sophistication. Available in a range of colors and materials, the Prima Luna is designed to accompany life's many moments. Setting the stage for our meter 30 junior amateur final competition that will come up here next on our schedule, and then we'll also be presenting on the schedule the championship for that division, as this is the final competition for this section.